Anyway, I have another message for heterosexual women, the ones who have children. I have no idea why you want drag queens to read books to your children. I have no idea. What in the hell has a drag queen ever done to make you have so much respect for them and admire them so much? Other than put on makeup and jump on the floor and writhe around and do sexual things on stage. I have absolutely no idea why you would want that to influence your child. Would you want a stripper or a porn star to influence your child? It makes no sense at all. A drag queen performs in a nightclub for adults. There is a lot of filth that goes on, a lot of sexual stuff that goes on. And backstage, there's a lot of nudity, sex, and drugs. Okay? So I don't think that this is an avenue you would want your child to explore. They could explore dressing up at home, like we all did, like all gay boys did. We all dressed at home and we had a great time. We had a great time with our girlfriends, putting on makeup, trying on clothes, things like that. But to actually get them involved in drag is extremely, extremely irresponsible on your part. And I understand you might want to look like you're with it, that you're cool, that you're woke, that you're not a Nazi, that you're not a homophobe, whatever it may be. But you can raise your child to be just a normal, regular, everyday child without including them in gay, sexual things. And honestly, you're not doing the gay community any favors. In fact, you're hurting us, okay? We have already had a reputation of being pedophiles and being perverts and deviants. We don't need you to bring your children around. So you keep your kids at home, or take them to Disneyland, or take them to Chuck E. Cheese. But if you need your child to be entertained by a big human in a costume or in makeup, take them to the circus or something. When they turn 18, then why don't you take them to the clubs on their 18th birthday? Because it's an adult thing, okay? So don't ruin your child's life, and don't ruin us, because that's what you're doing.
YouTube, a part of the Walk Away campaign that really got the attention, I guess, of the movement itself. Last time I looked, it had 104,000 views. It has over, I think, 2,000 comments. What was that experience like for you, and what kind of drove you to walk away from the Democratic side? What was it that did it for you?
Well, I've always been kind of a moderate, and I don't know. I saw the way the left was kept going more left, and I just I got tired of how can I put it, I'm really into the illegal immigration thing, okay? And, I live in California, and we have a huge population here, and I've lived here my whole life. So I've seen the way it can degrade a town or an area, and a culture and a lifestyle. And no one else was talking about it. No one talked about it. They were welcoming them with open arms, and I'm thinking, okay, it's getting a little too much, And so I don't know, maybe that, me getting older and me thinking about, my lifestyle, my culture, the way I want to, live my life in my city. And, I saw, how liberal democratic policies were aiding in, basically affecting the quality of my life. So I, when Donald Trump came up, I go, well, I heard everything he had to say, and he spoke exactly what was on my heart. So that's what led me to vote for him. But to completely, I came across the Walk Away campaign, and I saw it when it started up, and the founder, Brandon Strzok, he was encouraging people to make their own videos, like a testimonial video of why they're walking away. So I did this video one night. I was doing some videos online, and I decided to hit record and do this testimonial video, and what really people liked about it was the fact that I took off my makeup. While I'm talking, I'm removing my makeup, and at the end, you just see the guy. And that seemed to resonate with a lot of people. That's why I got a lot of views and I got a lot of attention for that. And after that, I volunteered with the organization. I went in Riverside, California. I volunteered there. In West Hollywood, California, I announced a panel of people for a discussion. And that's where it's led me. And it kind of led me into this whole online, almost like political activism. And now I'm speaking up for drag queens. I'm against drag queens reading to children. So that's, I have another video out there that's, basically gone viral, and it's all around the world. And I get messages from everybody around the world. This is like a global problem that people.
I'm at Barnes & Noble filming a video. Got my trusty, now racist Dr. Seuss hat. In case you needed any further proof of how much we're indoctrinating kids with LGBTQ ideology, with critical race theory, and just all-out garbage literature, here's just a small number of the titles that we found in one corner of the kids section.
What? You're not really a doctor. You like jazz? And you ain't black.
How dare you?
We did it! We did it, Joe!
How can we be expected to teach children to learn how to read if they can't even fit inside the building? Who?
Hi, my friends. I've always considered myself to be an inclusive educator, but it's only been in the past few years that I put my words into actions. So at the start of a semester, I asked my students for their pronouns, a reminder that they are not preferred, but they are the pronouns that we should be addressing them by. And I also asked them to tell me if I can use their pronouns in front of the class, in front of other teachers, and when I call home, because everyone is in a different part of their journey, and we need to be able to respect that.
In the darkness, where everything is unknown, I face the power of sin on my own. I did not know of a place I could go where I could find a way to heal my wounded soul. He said that I could come into his presence without fear, into the holy place where his mercy hovers dear. I'm running to the mercy seat where Jesus is calling. He said everything is unknown. I face the power of sin on my own. I did not know of a place I could go where I could find a way to heal my wounded soul. He said that I could come into his presence without fear, into the holy place where his mercy hovers dear. I'm running to the mercy seat where Jesus is calling. He said his grace would cover me, his blood will flow freely, it will provide the healing. I'm running to the mercy seat. I'm running to the mercy seat. Are you living where hope has not been? Lost in the curse of a lifetime of sin. Lovely illusions, they never come true. I know where there's a place of mercy for you. He said that you could come into his presence without fear, into the holy place where his mercy hovers near. Come running, come running, come running to the mercy.
Friends, I've always considered myself to be an inclusive educator, but it's only been in the past few years that I put my words into actions. So at the start of a semester, I asked my students for their pronouns, a reminder that they are not preferred, but they are the pronouns that we should be addressing them by. And I also asked them to tell me if I can use their pronouns in front of the class, in front of other teachers, and when I call home, because everyone is in a different part of their journey, and we need to be able to respect that.
Under HR 5, parents who choose not to subject their child to puberty-blocking drugs, cross-sex hormones, they could have their children removed from their custody. Under this legislation, making that rational decision not to inject your child with these drugs and blockers, which can lead to brain damage, sterilization, and increased risk of cancer, is considered child abuse. Is that really where we've come to? Under this Democrat regime, which controls Congress, the arrogance of the radical left will lead them to try to regulate and control every aspect of your life, including how you gender your children.
She supported the idea of children being allowed to decide and change their gender. Today, she couldn't give Rand Paul an answer on whether she would allow certain off-label drugs to be given to kids to change their genders.
I'm alarmed that you won't say with certainty that minors should not have the ability to make the decision to take hormones that will affect them for the rest of their life.
Transgender medicine is a very complex and nuanced field, and if confirmed to the position of Assistant Secretary of Health, I would certainly be pleased to come to your office and talk with you and your staff about the standards of care and the complexity of this field.
Let it go into the record that the witness refused to answer the question.
Change my heart, oh God, make it ever true. Change my heart, oh God, may I be like you. Change my heart, oh God, make it ever true. Change my heart, oh God. your soul. Oh, let him have the things that hold you, and his spirit like a dove will descend upon your life and make you whole. Jesus, oh Jesus, come and fill your land. Jesus, oh Jesus, come and fill your land. Come and fill your
Great. Okay, I got some more family. Come on in. Yeah, we got a crowd. Sure. Okay.
Everybody else is looking forward to it.
Grandpa's one of those guys.
That's nice.
No, I'm not saying. He knows I do. I generally.
One big group shot. Come on in.
Do you know what my dad used to say? Your granddaughters have one important job. Take care of the pop. That's the most important one. This is a long day. A lot of walking. That's right, everybody. Don't tell me what you have.
I saw an unusual ping pong game down in Tijuana, but I never saw the. You know, I wish I had that night. I tell you. Get away!
You know, lots of weird things happen to kids all the time, all around the world, every day. You know, I have something to show for it. You know, so it's nice. I can live. What is it? It's my buddy Jack. He goes.
That's a weird way to describe a movie career.
Yeah, pretty much.
Lots of weird things happen to kids.
Yeah, man.
But I got some money out of it.
Look, I'm not working like the.
Wow, that looks great. Thank you. What you want in a pancake is to have the consistency of young human flesh.
It's spongy. It has life to it.
You're with a guy with brightly colored undergarments, and you got soft human flesh in front of you. You're in a weird place.
I'm looking forward to this. This is really, really going to be a great pancake.
Is it true that when you were 14, your agent punched a producer?
Yeah, it is.
What happened?
He called me at a friend's house on the weekend where I was having a sleepover, the producer, and he pretended that we had an appointment that I'd forgotten about, and he had me come to the appointment. My mom was out of town. He had me come to the appointment, and he was talking to me, and then asked me to take my jacket off and turn around so they could see my body.
This is 14 years old.
Yeah, and I was like 14 and kind of like chubby with pimples and whatever. And yeah, my agent went to his office and punched him in the face.
What is the craziest thing someone has done to you or you've done to try to get somewhere in an emotional part in a movie?
David.
Yeah, David.
Pushing buttons.
Yeah, David pushes buttons for sure.
What is he
like? What was the one? What's some of the crap he said to you in the?
I mean, he had a different approach to all of us. Obviously, differently, either like supporting or kind of, you know. With Joel, I think he picked on a lot. Yeah. There was only once he used something on me, and he said in a scene, he said, imagine you've just woke up, you blacked out last night, and you look at your phone and you find pictures of you molesting a child. Action.
I think it's for the publicity. You're out of your mind.
Absolutely, because he's one of my most favorite people.
I've been working on the show.
He's been terrific. Greatest. We're gonna get married, by the way.
Don't
let her husband find out.
I can't wait.
He really is truly terrific, and I.
Hi. Are you lost, sweetheart? Are you afraid, honey? Well, why don't you come with me? Oh, I'll sing you a song till your mommy comes back. God is in His holy temple. Earthly thoughts